Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. We had to go check our herpes medication.
Yeah, it got refilled.
Okay, good. And the crab traps. I've been watching a lot of like that Deadliest Catch. So what I think we should do is build little itty bitty crab traps.
So you can put them on your dick?
Yeah, you just throw them into the bush of your pubes, and then the crabs will go in there.
If you don't have any pubes.
And then, well, then they're in your body. Then you gotta go to the doctor. But then you pull the little crab trap out, and you have a bunch of crabs. Like on the show.
No more STD talk.
No, not for today.
No, not for today. Did you? Are you a Game of Thrones fan?
Oh, no.
Yeah, me neither.
Here's what I will say. I'm not against the whole like dragons, fantasy world, all of that. Like, okay, I did like Lord of the Rings, which is all like hobbits and stuff like that, and that's fine. Like, you're not into it, but I never got started in it, so I never really had a desire to like catch up and be with the crowd.
I get that when people get mad at me because I'm not into it. Like, they get mad, like genuinely upset. Well, the reason I asked you that is because there was like a big, I don't know, I guess.
It was a finale.
Well, no, it's not the finale.
It's not the finale?
This is the final season, but like this was one of like 8 episodes or whatever. Like, it's moving towards like the last episode.
Oh, I thought it was the last
No,
episode. Oh, I'll say.
So whatever, it came on and like people tweet throughout the show, right?
Right.
And like for people that haven't seen it, like it's kind of like a spoiler, like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So like, is that dickheadish? Is that like a dickheadish move or no?
I think if you're giving away plots, if you're insinuating what happened, if people can take away an ending from, yeah, it's kind of a dick move.
Okay, so people talk about it the next day. Like I heard it on radio stations.
I heard it on sports talk.
Yeah, me too.
Right, Mike and Golick and Wingo.
Yeah, they talk about it. So it's that big of a show, right? So I think it's a dickhead move too. But I think because it's a show that you can see on TV. I mean, if you don't watch the day it comes out and you're not paying for it, like it's not like a movie.
Right.
I don't think. I mean, whatever. I don't really care.
See, my thing is, there's a statute of limitations on like the dick move. You gotta give it like a week. Because some people aren't available to watch it.
But people have been waiting to fucking watch this show.
Oh, I get it.
Like, fucking waiting.
I get it. But some people, let's say you had to work Sunday night. And you have to TiVo it.
I heard people like literally went fucking social media
Dark.
Free. Yeah, darkness. Like,
I don't blame them for
they
that.
just didn't want to see anything. Well, the reason why I asked that is because the Avengers movie came out this past weekend too, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And some people pre-saw it, like pre-screened it. Some people saw it over the weekend, opening night and all that stuff. And some people jokingly tweeted things, which you don't know if they were true or not, but you can kind of tell they were joking.
Yeah.
But then there was this kid that got beat up.
Got his ass kicked, a little Chinaman, right?
Yeah, because he was screaming like what happened in the movie.
That's a dick move.
Yeah, and then Le'Veon Bell tweeted, spoiler alert for those of you that haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either, but from what he said...
Don't spoil it, just say he gave the ending away, right?
He gave something away that was very important to the movie.
Okay.
And he was getting a lot of flack on it. So of the two situations, are they both dick moves? Is one a dick move? Is the other one something you can kind of tolerate? Like, what's your take on it?
So, and this is, I mean, I'm not in charge yet. But if I was in charge, for a show that comes out week after week after week, I kind of feel like you have like 2 or 3 days. Oh my gosh, it was great. Ending, this. Be general. I'm so excited. I can't wait for next week, whatever it might be. You got 2 or 3 days. Because if you're that into it and you have to TiVo it, then you should be able to watch it pretty soon. For a movie, you have to give it at least a week. Because, shit, I was at Stagecoach. I'm not leaving Stagecoach to watch Avengers. But I was out there Thursday, Friday, Thursday night being the night it premieres, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I didn't come back till Monday. And then I'm not ready to go to the movies. I might throw up in the middle of it on Monday. I'm 6 days where I've got other shit to do.
What's up, Mr. El Gordo Mariscos? I said that backwards.
You did. I just always think that, like, if you're giving the ending, if the movie is under a month, you're kind of fucked up for giving away the ending. Though, right about that month period, if you haven't seen it, you know.
What made it worse about what Le'Veon Bell did was he went to a pre-screening of the movie.
Oh, so he saw it before even the public.
Yeah.
That's fucked. See that? Okay. That's fucked up. Now, if you're that passionate of a fan, you should be seeing it within a week.
Yeah, I would assume so.
All right. If it's going to bother you that much to know the ending, you should see it in a week. Now, with a movie like The Avengers, without even seeing it, I can already tell you the good guys win, bad guys lose. There's probably something you go, oh wow, I can't believe they killed off that character. Oh, I didn't see that one twist coming. Ooh, that leaves it open for another sequel. Okay,
Well, with the Avengers, that's the last one.
how do you know? You haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. My son
It's the last one, dude.
Is it?
It's the last one.
Okay.
I think all their contracts are up.
Well, exactly. Okay. But could they rewrite
Yeah, they made
someone into
17 different Spider-Man.
Okay, right. You can't then do a spin-off of the one character.
No, they already have like a bunch of them in the
Okay,
works.
so
it's not Avengers though.
It's not that studio. It's not there, but they're gonna have more. So there's some generalizations that you can come up with, but for the most part, like, you're not cool. Casey Black says it's the last one in the series. There's more Avengers movies coming. It's the last one in that series, like, you know what I mean? But they're gonna make more. But I mean, here's what I would say is, if you think you're that cool that you tweet out like, I watched this show with like 500 million other people, and look at what I saw. Everyone saw the same fucking thing.
It's not true though either.
What do you mean?
This is just coming off of what people said on the radio when I was listening.
Okay.
There's a part where some girl kills some Dark Knight or some shit, I don't fucking know.
Okay.
And they hear somebody screaming in the background like, go,
Okay,
go,
so there's
go.
a twist.
Yes.
Right?
Not everybody heard that though.
Okay.
So people went back to it and watched it again, and now they heard it. So that's where I would say you're wrong.
I can see that.
But I don't pay attention enough to fucking even see this kind of thing anyway.
But I mean, that's so specific. That is for like a Game of Thrones blog, where like if you're that into it, you're in that community. Okay, so here's where everyone's talking about, oh my god, this just ended and we all saw it. Fine. You're going in assuming that you're with people who are so into it that they've seen it, you've seen it, cool. But if you're into it that much and you haven't seen it, then don't enter that world of, can you believe this? Oh my gosh, I heard. But if you're into it that much and you haven't seen it, and you're not going to find out that information, but someone tweets some bullshit like, oh, did you see that the dragon bit off such and such's head? Don't be a dick about it. Like,
that's what they did with the NBA. That's why the NBA draft that's why ESPN had to sign Adrian Wojnarowski, because he was tweeting the picks before they would ever call them on stage. So he was like ruining the anticipation of whoever calling whoever up.
And see, to me, that's like, I can give him credit for using his leverage and where he is, but you're also kind of fucking it up for everyone. Like, it would be like you being in the Raiders war room and tweeting out like, oh, this is who they're going to choose right now. Like, you're using your position to be the first. And it's like, it's almost like you're in a privileged position to be there. So, yeah, I think there is a statute of limitations on the spoiler alert. The more passionate the fan base, the shorter that statute of limitations is. With Game of Thrones, you got like 2 or 3 days, because those folks are like,
I would say,
they're crazy. And that's okay. I get that too. If I'm that into something and I wait 4 days, that's on me. But with something like the Avengers, where people have to go and they have to plan, and if you got kids who are into it, you have to take them after school, or you have to take them out of school. Like, it's not as, and especially as much as a fucking movie costs nowadays. You know, it's like we can't rush to the theater. And for me, I fucking hate people. I hate people. Like, I hate people. I hate, just get the fuck away from me. So I got a plan to be at a movie theater where I know it's not going to be super crowded. To me, that's like Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning. Like, I hate people. I hate being around them that much. So I'll take the day off.
I don't even care, whatever. I mean, I think it's a big move you tweet out like a movie, but I don't watch movies like that anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I wanted to ask that. So, look, we have some questions.
I don't know. Jim Two's saying welcome back. I don't know if he's talking to you or me.
Probably me. Probably me.
Why? Because you came back from San Diego. That was last week.
No, he doesn't really know you.
That's true.
Alright.
No, we're Asian. We don't like you.
That's true.
Yeah.
What?
It threw you up a little bit.
A little bit. I want to know, do you want to answer this question? Because I can't answer this. I don't know.
Do
if
it.
I can either.
Do it.
For men who have been involved in a female, male threesome, what are the best positions you feel are inclusive for everybody involved?
Okay. So, while I have not been involved in a male threesome.
Female.
Oh, I'm sorry. Female threesome.
I have been involved in a male threesome. And everybody was taken care of.
Everybody was just happy. So, I think
Well, I don't know if she was.
that's true.
She did it though.
Yeah. Because she didn't have a choice, huh? You pinned her down.
No.
No, you can admit to it. It's
No.
fine. There's like a 4-month statute of limitations on it.
No, show.
Oh, okay. We're just kidding. I think the best position for a female-male threesome is for one female to be on her back, the male to be penetrating her vagina on his knees, while the other female is on her knees over her mouth. The female on her back is being pleased sexually with the penis, and then working to please the other woman with her mouth. The man and the woman who are in a vertical position face each other. The woman who is getting her vagina licked from the girl underneath her is being pleased. She should be leaning forward and paying some amount of attention to the man facing her. And the man is working by pleasing the woman on her back and should at some point be giving some kind of pleasure back to the woman on her knees.
So I like the premise, but I don't agree with the position or where the people are located.
All right. That's
So I think the best position would be a male on his back, one girl riding you,
Okay.
and the other girl riding your face.
Okay.
Similar, but that's what I'm saying. I just don't agree with where the positioning of the people or of the individuals are.
I don't disagree with your position either because, again, when you're looking at it,
I'm picturing it in my head.
I am too. Oddly enough, I'm not the guy.
Yeah, I'm picturing somebody else. God damn it, I watched too much fucking porn.
You know what it is? It's the fucking that passion with that like weird flower videos. Like they've really kind of taken over that whole like we're gonna make something geared towards women.
Mm-hmm.
But they come up with some really good positions. And I agree with yours. Because you've got two women that are facing each other and they're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, you're eating one out,
Right,
and the other one's riding you, and then they can play with each other if they want. The only thing is like,
You know, I'll go with yours being the best.
no,
Like,
you already said yours. You already said yours.
No. I mean, you swayed me in a direction, and as the man, you should be, for me, doing two works. Like you're working your penis, you're working your mouth, you're pleasing one woman, two women. I mean, maybe you're not at all. That's possible too.
There's a big possibility that you're not pleasing any of them.
Yes.
You're just there.
You know, I agree with that. I do. And women are more attractive than men, so you've got two women facing each other who are more attractive, whereas I would probably just be sweating on the poor girl underneath me.
That's why you have to be on your back, so
Right.
then you're sweating on your bed.
I mean, I would say you swayed my opinion, and I would change my vote to go with you.
All right, next one. And we don't have to. You just tell me if you want to do this one. What's
I'm trying to
something?
think of more position. I'm sorry. The next question. Is
My next one would have been like some sort of doggy style. Where one girl's laying on her back,
I've got one.
she's eating her out, and then you're blowing her in doggy style.
I've got one position though. I think both positions that we threw out, women would go, okay, that's not bad. This one is strictly for the man. Men like me. It's where you stand up, and one girl is sucking your dick, and the other girl is licking your ass. Did you ever see This Is the End?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey, bro, come
Hey,
on
bro,
in."
come on. He opens the door, and what's that guy's name? It was.
Yeah, he's from Superbad.
He does all of those movies. The white guy. Oh
Yeah, I don't know.
shit. And he's sitting there, and he's getting a rim job and a blow job at the same time.
And he also has a coke all over his face.
Coke
too, right?
all over his face, yeah. And he blows the coke in McLovin's face, and McLovin's like, "Oh, I've never done this drug before." But I mean,
He's the one that slapped Rihanna's ass.
yeah, and
then
Rihanna
she
just fucking decks him.
They said that before that movie, or before they filmed that, he had asked her, like, "Hey, is it cool if I slap your ass?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna slap you back." And he's like, "Okay." So he goes and smacks her, and that's a real slap from her. Like, she smacks him
Slapped him?
hard, yeah.
That's awesome. But okay, so for strictly from a man's point of view, that's not a bad one.
All right, we're
I
gonna.
also like
Oh,
if
God
you're
damn it.
standing and one girl is on her knees blowing you, and then like the other one is behind you, just like kissing your neck and reaching around and like touching your chest. That one's hot too.
I just like the fact that girls want to have sex with me.
Yeah.
All right.
There's also when
Shut up. Let me do this anymore. Do you want to do this one?
Yes. Give me
What's something women think men care about a lot more than they really do?
What is something women think men care about
Way more.
way more than women do?
No. I'm sorry. What's something women think men care about a lot more than they really do?
So the preconceived notion that men really go, I don't give a fuck. Let me think about that. Do you have an answer?
Nah, I was hoping you had one.
Me?
Oh, I know. I can think of one. Whether her fucking pussy's shaved or not.
Yeah.
Like, I had a situation where I met up with this girl, and, you know, like, remember how, what's her name was here, Wendy was here, she was talking about how she didn't shave, or she was like, I didn't want to fuck him, blah, blah, but, like, she would have done it if, like, it was pushed to that situation. So, like, this girl didn't shave her legs, didn't shave her fucking cooch, and was like, I'm not going to have sex with you tonight, and thought that would stop me.
Yeah.
You know, and then try to tell me, like, oh, yeah, I'm down to do it, but I didn't do this. And I'm like, I'm already naked.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. I will climb through the fucking Amazon jungle. See if it makes I get
It's
sex.
most times.
For me, and this is just me, because I haven't had quite the amount of time to think about something like that. Though I do agree.
I didn't
You don't
either.
shave your pussy? I'm fine with that. I don't care. Like designer labels. I'm sure some guys do, but I really don't give a shit. I don't care. Trying to think of some other things, but yeah, you'd be surprised. Like if let's put it into two buckets. The sex bucket. Everything that a girl thinks a guy cares about, we really don't. We just want sex. Like just throw all those misconceived, like lingerie. Lingerie's another one. As a guy, I don't give a shit. To me, it's just one more thing I gotta take off. If I don't have to take it off and I can still get in, cool, it can stay on, but I don't care. Then there's the other things in life, like I don't care what kind of car you drive. Like if you're saying you worked at a job, you saved the money, you have the down payment, you did it
I don't think
yourself.
women. I don't think women like things like that though. I think it might be the other way around, where men think it
Maybe.
matters what car they drive.
I'm trying to come up with things on the spot. Don't judge me. Don't
I'm not
judge me.
judging you. Do that. We didn't go over this, so
The way you cook. I don't know. I don't give a shit the way I like to cook, so I don't care. If a woman's like, "Oh, I'm trying to make this special meal for you," but it didn't come out right, I don't give a shit. I don't need you. Like, I cook myself.
What about like a clean house? Well,
I
like
do-
if you were to go over her house and her house is dirty,
I do kind of care about a clean house. Okay, but
dirty house equals dirty vagina.
am I? I don't know. Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. You want to do one more Ask Men question, or you want to go on to Am I the Asshole? Am I the Asshole? Fuck it.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for making my daughter clean the bathroom with a toothbrush for punishment, as punishment?
Like Forrest Gump, and they're scrubbing the floor. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to think of what fish he
He's like,
yeah.
what
kind of,
gumbo,
what kind of shrimp? I'm sorry.
shrimp kebab.
And that's all I know about shrimp.
That's about it. And then just go back to scrubbing. No, you're not. And this is my opinion. No, you're not an asshole. Because you're doing something as punishment.
It's not supposed to be fun.
It's not supposed to be fun. And for all of the people who don't spank people, it's like at some point punishment should not be fun. Like, so no, like I think it's creative. I think it depends on what the punishment is for, as far as if I'm going to judge it for being effective or not.
I'm assuming it has to be pretty bad.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
would have
probably
to
not
assume.
murdering a man, but it's like, hey,
You did school.
ditch school.
You
It's-
fucking,
yeah, something like that. No, it's like if that's, I think it's clever. No, I don't think you're an asshole for it. I would.
I bet you she thinks you're an asshole.
Who, the daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Thank you,
yeah.
Dad.
This sucks. But you know what? It's not enjoyable. We're gonna make it difficult. It's going to be something that takes time. Half the shit I clean with a toothbrush anyway. Like, it's just toothbrushes are really useful for cleaning things.
All right, last one. Finish off this episode. Am I the asshole for being mad at my gay friend for making straight jokes?
Oh.
I knew you liked this one. I knew when I saw it, I was like, Kevin's gonna like this one.
Huh.
Because it's like,
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
sure.
Yeah. Well, okay, so wait. I said that prematurely, and sometimes I do things prematurely.
It happens.
All
The
right.
best of us. And sometimes you don't do things at all.
But at least I'm honest about it.
Yeah.
I say from the very beginning, look, I'm gonna give him my best fucking
You ever
shot.
notice that these damn fucking, like, you're getting to that age where, like, when you listen to ESPN radio all day, and all they talk about is that little blue pill over and over and over again, you're like, damn, do I have a problem?
This one stands out. Do I have to take it? And now they got the 4 hymns where it just gets delivered. And what bothers me is in that commercial, there's guys that are younger than I am. So have I made it like
I don't have that problem yet. It's only when I drink way too much, and
Oh.
and I think that I can always like chalk it up for that. But maybe at some point I'm gonna be like, dude, I need a little help. I need a little jump start to the engine.
What I will say is I have never in a sober state of mind not been able to accomplish what I would like to accomplish. So, that being said, I hope that never happens to me. But if it does, that's when I'll call it that little blue pill. And maybe I just need to monitor how much consumption of the spirits I have prior to certain activities. I never had tooth before.
Make sure you don't drink too much drink before that first threesome.
Right? Because I've got a whole bunch of positions in mind.
Yeah.
If
And
everyone's
if you're not hard, you're not gonna be good.
I hope he gets there.
She's
So-
not about it.
You said it, I didn't say it. God, I hope she doesn't listen to the end of our shows. Am I the asshole? So I'm going to take 2 approaches to this. I'm going to go on the assumption that you don't make gay jokes. And if you're the type of person that's like, oh, I don't make gay jokes.
I would assume you don't, because that's why would you ask that question?
Okay. If you're not making gay jokes, then no, you're not an asshole. Because if you're not making those types of jokes, that's not your person, that's not who you are. But
Speaking of gay jokes, did Ryan just come on?
he did. And I
He must have been listening. His ears must have been ringing.
And I have one more thing I want to talk to you about before the show's over. But if you are the type of person who makes gay jokes, and we do a lot, then yes, you're an asshole. Because if you're going to dish it out, you better be able to take it. If you're going to make gay jokes, or make fun of this person because he's gay, or even just like those offhanded jabs, be prepared to take it back. Your thoughts?
No, I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to fucking making fun of people. So I don't think anything's off limits. I don't think that that if someone's gonna fuck with you, like whatever that barometers or whatever that threshold they're gonna put on there to towards me, they're gonna get it right back, and they better not fucking be sad when it's if it offends them, because it's like, motherfucker, you were saying this and this about me. I didn't take it offensive.
Right.
And then you get out your fucking high horse and you get the fuck over it.
I agree with you. I do. This is something that came up in a conversation with my fiance and I. Yeah. She asked me, offhandedly, it's kind of on this topic, but we can end the show on this. She asked me, would you still do the show with Richard if he came to you and said, I'm going to start the process of going and being a woman? And I said, yeah, hell yeah, I don't care. But I'm going to make fun of you the whole way. I'm like,
I already got the boobs.
we'll go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, so we're gonna be designing your vagina, and I'm
You're
right
like, ooh,
there.
I like that one.
Ooh.
Take that one.
Hey, Rich, make this your pussy, or like, hey,
Go
doc,
with option C.
when
C.
he's passed out, add some extra flappage so that we have something to talk about. You know, like, I'm gonna fuck with you. And she asked me, what if he said to you, now that I'm changing, like that kind of joke
It's
it's offensive to me. And I said, then you're asking me to be somebody who I'm not. Like, you're asking me to be the friend through this, but be a different friend. And I said, that's kind of not, like, you're asking somebody to not be who they are because you're changing into something you're not. So
I identify as a woman, so I'm changing something that I am.
yeah, and that's okay. But now, because you're changing something that you are, I have to change something that I am. Like, I'm the guy that fucks with you. I think you would fuck with me the whole way too. After it's done, you might even fuck me.
Alright. If you have any moves like you did when you danced for Robert, I might just get in that ass.
It really could happen. But interesting conversation. But I don't think you're changing anytime soon.
No, I don't think so. I mean, if I didn't change by now.
It happens.
Oh, I guess Bruce Jenner did change, like.
Yeah, way late in life,
Yeah.
huh? We'll see. Anyway,
Later,
everyone
guys.
have a good week. Peace. That last part, we're just like, huh.
Huh.
Oh, that's right, we gotta end the fucking show.